star system, Sirius. Now, Het Heru is the real name. Het, which means house. Heru, which means Christ. House of Heru, the house of God, which means the black woman who is Het Heru, which is the house of God. Now you got the triple goddess. You have the celestial Isis, which is Het Heru. Then you have the earth, one of the earth Isis, which is the Auset that you know of. You see, there's different forms of Isis. And then you have the winged Isis, which is Mayat, which is the end result. But, Auset. But the celestial Auset is called, Het Heru is also called the goddess Sothis. And Sothis is a name of Sirius also. Now this particular temple of Dendera that I like to show was built, it was built for the star system of the temple. It was built mainly for Sirius. Now what happened was you have the Sirius rising when your star used to rise up. This is heaven because this star was responsible for the birth of what you would call the birth of the life on this planet. It doesn't rain in Kemetic or Egypt, so the Nile was the source of the water. So as a result, every summer they'd have the rainy season. That's how you could tell whether it was whatever. You could have the dry season, you have the rainy season. And every summer you would have what is called dog days, which comes from the dog star Sirius. Every July 23rd, this star would rise up over the horizon in the morning. Now this particular temple, every July 23rd, this star Sirius would rise up, and they would make it so that when it would rise up, this whole temple would light up because of that star Sirius. It would light up. And the priest was a big ceremony. And every July 23rd, that star would come up, and this particular whole temple would light up. You see, that because of that particular star system, and also Sirius, the chief star of the host of heaven, that is the son of the mother, the triple blackness of space, called Draco of Newt, Apis, tired, which is represented as a hippopotamus god.
Ancestors that you have not known can be still coming through us, working through us, and we retain some memory.
I do now.
Of them. You do now.
I do now. My whole education, was to make sure I didn't believe things like that, and I dismissed all sorts of things that were indigenous in my family, superstition and, the discredited information, the discredited way of knowing that discredited people always have. But when I began to write, that was the place where I had to go. That's where the information was. That's where the images were. That's where the language, the color came in these tales, folk tales, attitudes, the normal, easy acceptance of signs. And then things began to happen.